Red Sox trade reinforcements arrive for final stretch run and push for playoffs. Boston, the Boston Red Sox clubhouse attendants were busy Tuesday afternoon packing up boxes, changing nameplates, moving new guys in. There were handshakes and introductions and questions about what's next for a surging Red Sox club that changed its big league roster at Monday's trade deadline by adding catchers Adley Rutschman and Jake Rogers, reliever Erik Miller and outfielder Eli White, and trading away catcher Carlos Narváez and infielder Marcelo Mayer, along with a slew of prospects. Advertisement to make more room, the Red Sox designated reliever Ryan Watson for assignment and optioned Romy Gonzalez to Triple-A Worcester, a result of his struggles since he returned from shoulder surgery. There was a lot on my mind when I woke up today, interim manager Chad Tracy said.
Love watermelon but hate the sticky cutting mess? This compact 2-in-1 tool slices neat cubes and flips into a retractable fork for easy serving at parties, picnics, or home. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/3 right now.
Excitement about meeting the guys that were coming in here, but also thinking about the conversations that I was going to have with outgoing guys. So when you're in this chair, there's a lot of excitement, but there's also stuff that you have to do that's very difficult. Coming off a sweep of the Lows, Angels, Dodgers, and holding the second wildcard spot, there was a different level of optimism around the club Tuesday after the additions by the front office indicated a belief in the club. The Red Sox, with new additions in tow, carried the same energy as the pre-deadline club, posting a monster 6-run first inning led by Caleb Durbin's grand slam, and adding a 6-run sixth inning in a 14-2 win over the Chicago White Sox, who lead the American League Central. Miller's first Red Sox heavy pick Twitter.com htakai 5 ujqaq Red Sox at Red Sox, August 5, 2026. With the deadline passed, the Red Sox feel ready to tackle the next 2 months for their playoff push. There's always that noise during the trade deadline a couple of weeks before. Who are we going to pick up and whatnot? So that's over, Durbin said. And now it's just time to go to work with the group we have. Rutschman's belongings were moved in Narváez's locker spot. Another newcomer, Curtis Mead, had taken over Connolly Early's locker. Rutschman, who's been on the injury list since July 20 with wrist inflammation, has begun a hitting progression. While he was with the Baltimore Orioles, the expectation was he could begin a rehab assignment in early August. The Red Sox are still determining his timeline, and Rutschman arrived Tuesday getting his bearings in a new clubhouse, but excited to join a thriving team. Advertisement: when the Orioles came here last, the Red Sox were in the middle of that incredible winning streak, and coming in and playing a team that's clicking on all cylinders is definitely a lot, he said. They're playing the game the right way and doing things right. It was cool to watch from a distance, and now being here, just like I said, just trying to fit in, help out any way I can. Tracy, a former catcher, didn't think it would take long for Rutschman to find his footing. You're talking about a 3-time All-Star catcher that's a really, really good defender, and not for nothing has faced a lot of these guys a lot, Tracy said. When you're dealing with a guy of this caliber, he's been around a while, you give him the high-level information he needs, you let him do his thing as far as communication. And I think he's going to pick it up fairly quickly. As for Miller and White, Tracy laid out his plans. White will give them a strong defensive outfielder with speed who Tracy said will mostly play against left-handers while Jarren Duran sits. Tracy also noted White's ability to play anywhere in the outfield will help give Ceden Raffla and Willier Abreu days off. Abreu has missed just 2 games this year and Raffla 4. Having Eli, even if it's against a righty on a certain day, if you feel like one of those guys needs a break, you have the ability to do that and have a really good defensive outfielder out there, Tracy said. Miller is set for later innings and to help lengthen an elite bullpen. Aroldis Chapman and Garrett Whitlock, in particular, have been working hard of late, and working Miller into the mix will help ease their workloads and prevent them from pitching 3 days in a row. Miller found out about the trade Monday when he saw his name on TV while in the San Francisco Giants clubhouse on the road in Texas. He flew early Tuesday morning and landed in Boston at 11:30 a.m., getting acclimated to his team quickly. Advertisement, Greg Weissert and Justin Slayton in the bullpen told me that the boys were banging, and they weren't lying, Miller said. That's the first thing they told me, and right off the bat, obviously, grand slam. They looked over at me like, we told you so. Starter Patrick Sandoval pitched 5 innings, allowing 2 runs, and picked up his first win with the Red Sox and first win since elbow surgery in 2024. Weissert relieved Sandoval in the 6th, and Miller followed him to the mound with 2 outs in the inning for his Red Sox debut. He struck out his only batter on 4 pitches. White came in as a later for Raffla. It was great being able to get both those guys out there like a soft landing, Tracy said. With all the new faces around, the Red Sox also got good news about 2 of their biggest players who could help down the stretch. Roman Anthony, torn finger ligament, has advanced to taking batting practice, and Garrett Crochet, shoulder inflammation, has begun throwing again at 50 to 60 feet. Anthony had begun hitting off a tee and hitting soft toss flips last week and has taken the next step. Crochet had been doing only a shoulder strengthening routine after being shut down from his latest attempt at throwing, and will start to slowly add distance to his throwing program. Both are still more than a month away from returning, barring setbacks, but the Red Sox figure to be in a tight playoff race come mid-September. The changes have been made, and this new version of the Red Sox has already shown it can keep up the torrid level of play.